Well, Connor, there's always next year, and there's always Olympic gold in February. The 2025 Stanley Cup Final has come to a close, and with it, the 2024 and 25 NHL season. The Florida Panthers have defeated the Edmonton Oilers 4-2, and they are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Let's take a look at how we got there. We were here enjoying the game, or I guess enjoying the Oilers' downfall, at Connor McDavid Square in Newmarket, Ontario. And I know I said I was remaining impartial throughout this Stanley Cup Final, but being in Oilers territory in Newmarket, Ontario, the home of Connor McDavid, I threw on some blue and orange for the Oilers. I'm representing the Halifax Highlanders, just so that the good people of Newmarket don't shred me to pieces. My name is Liam, my friends call me Hammer, and join me as we take a look at Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. So before the game even began, couple notes off the hop. Some lineup changes for the Oilers. John Klingberg, Kasperi Kapanen, they're back in. Chris Knobloch probably trying to just jumpstart the team a little bit, make some changes, change up the energy on the bench, in the locker room. But probably the most interesting change, Stuart Skinner back between the pipes. It's probably no disrespect to Calvin Pickard, but Elliot Friedman put it best on the pregame show. Got it here in my notes. He said something along the lines of, if you believe Skinner's your guy going forward, you need to put faith in him in these big moments. And there's not a bigger moment than an elimination Stanley Cup Final game. Speaking of these big moments, the Oilers would hold momentum for the first few minutes of the first, but at about the 4:30 mark, probably, Sam Reinhart gains possession in the Edmonton zone and is hounded by Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard. Hounded to the point where he's falling over as he takes the shot, the Panthers' first shot of the game, and it would also be the first goal of the game. Now, coming into Game 6 here, Florida was 9 of their last 10 when scoring the first goal of the game. From there, the game evens out pretty much everywhere but the scoreboard. Chances at both ends, lots of back and forth. That is until the final minute of the period sees Matthew Tkachuk put up his 8th of the postseason, and we head to intermission 2-0 Florida. The second period then kicks off, and the Oilers have a beautiful chance early. It's McDavid and Perry, 2-on-1 on Forsling, but Sergei Bobrovsky stands tall, or I guess lays flat, to make the save, and the score remains the same. We'll skip ahead to the end of the second, where we see a scramble in front of the Oilers' net, where Sasha Barkov grabs the puck for a shot on goal, but it tips off the skate of Sam Reinhart, and Florida's lead increases to 3. And before anyone starts, there's no kicking motion on the play. No, Knobloch shouldn't have challenged. Go take a look at it again. Reinhardt's foot is firmly planted, and the puck just kind of goes off his holder. So the second closes, 3-0 Oilers. The only place the Oilers lead is shots on goal, 20-18. Well, actually, they also led in shots blocked and hits, but that's not the point. Statistically, the Oilers are dominating play, but the Panthers are choking their high-danger chances. Conversely, the Panthers are capitalizing on their high-danger chances, and that's why Florida's leading in the only stat that matters, the scoreboard. The Oilers come out flying in the third, however, with a lot of sustained pressure and some good chances, including an almost breakaway from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins that is thwarted by the relentless Florida backcheck. And once again, it's about those high-danger spots. The Panthers are making what few opportunities they can get count, and the Oilers, despite their best efforts, are getting shut down at every turn by the Panthers. So with 6 minutes on the clock, Stuart Skinner heads to the bench. The Oilers have the man advantage, but the Panthers get possession, and they do everything they can to get this puck to Sam Reinhart. And once they do, he buries his third of the game for his first career hat trick. I would have thought he'd have several by now, but yeah, apparently that was his first. And apparently that wasn't enough for Reinhart, as he picked up another just a few minutes later. He is now the first player to score 4 goals in a single Stanley Cup Finals game since Rocket Richard of the Montreal Canadiens did it in 1957 against the Boston Bruins. Edmonton's Vasily Podkolzin would soften the blow and ruin Bobrovsky's shutout, and Evander Kane would get a game misconduct that just didn't end up mattering, and the Florida Panthers capture back-to-back Stanley Cup championships. And the streamers fall from the rafters, the fans are hooting and hollering, the Panthers are hooting and hollering, and immediately the Sportsnet broadcast cuts to Connor McDavid. That Go McDavid Go sign back there, it's a little sad now when you think about it. And our old buddy Jerry Bettman, everybody's favorite commissioner, comes to hand out the Conn Smythe Trophy, and I said it to you already, folks, Sam Bennett takes it home this year. And once Bennett does his little lap around with the Conn Smythe, we get to the trophy that everybody cares about, the greatest trophy in all of sports, the Stanley Cup. Sasha Barkov comes to collect the cup from Commissioner Bettman, and it's moments like that that you appreciate just how short Bettman really is. Barkov takes the cup, does his little celebration, and the first man he hands it off to is none other than Nate Schmidt, who captured his first career Stanley Cup tonight. So the Florida Panthers have just won the Stanley Cup. What did you think of Game 6?
Well, it's a little disappointing, but I'm really glad that they played their hardest. We got one goal at least, but you know, it's always the next year.
There is always next year. Now, I do have to ask, are you a longtime Oilers fan, or did you jump on the bandwagon for this one?
Nope, I've been an Oilers fan for about 8 years now.
That is what we like to hear, folks.
Even though I got Leafs on tonight.
We got the Leafs hoodie on tonight, but it's all right. It's all right. Oilers all the way, eh? So let's talk about the game a little bit. What do you think of that one?
I think there are a lot of people in that game. I think they all did a very good job. There was a lot of hockey sticks. There was a cup at the end. It was shaped really weird. It was like upside down almost. I want to drink out of it.
Clearly, we're dealing with a pickleball fan here, folks.
Yeah. Anyways, go McDavid, go.
So as the season comes to a close, there's no more games to talk about, but there is still plenty of hockey on the way. The NHL entry draft is coming up, NHL free agency on Canada Day, plenty of trades down the pipeline, and training camp will be here sooner than you know it. So keep it locked here on Hammer Hockey. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on what you thought of Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final, what you thought of the 2024-25 season, and I'll see you next time.